Hi everybody and welcome. In this video, we are going to go on speaking English or practicing English on the topic of family. As you know, we started practicing it on the topic of family in the previous video. Now we shall go on. Okay, let me share our second presentation about family. Yes, and again this time about family issues. Okay, and of course with the help of ChatGPT. Okay, I think this is a nice heading, a nice title. Quality communication matters. Yes, quality communication is important. What matters is quality communication. Okay, dialogue one. If family members are in touch with each other, or if family members get in touch with each other regularly, emotionally, and ethically, they will succeed in making a house a home. What happens if they are or if they get out of touch with each other? Of course, in that case, family issues arise, come about. But it is not the end of the world. So also it is possible to deal with them. Okay, now yes, what did I ask? What did I ask ChatGPT to do? Okay, now I ask this question. ChatGPT, will you please write a poem about family in 60 words, also including the following words? Yes, a guided poem. Okay. Now this is what ChatGPT wrote. Family like a harbor. Family, the harbor of love and respect, compassion and safety, our collective sect. In changing times, we conserve our core, starving democratically our values we implore. A social life, an art gallery so fine, members exhibit collaboration, a grand design. Solidarity on this journey of harmony, shaping up dreams, our true unity is key. Caliber in our bonds, the essence so bright as we protect privacy day and night. Really beautiful. Okay, dialogue two. Each family and each family member has a right and a task to do what? To protect their privacy. Yes, privacy. From which point of view is it both ethical and legal to respect the privacy of each other? Of course, from the point of view, human dignity and integrity, or through the perspective of human dignity and integrity. Now, let me make just one sentence, then I advise you to try to produce sentences with the other clues. Okay, question was this. From which point of view is it both ethical and legal to respect the privacy of each other? It is both ethical and legal to respect the privacy of each other from the point of human dignity and integrity, or through the point of view, human dignity and integrity. These are all perspectives. These are all point of views. Personal freedom, rights of individuals, a culture of trust, empathy, yes, from the perspective, through the perspective of empathy, for example. Okay, dialogue three, it's a problem that, or it's a problem if, it's a problem when a student does not keep his or her school bag organized. Does it impact, does it affect the student's learning positively or negatively when he or she does not do his or her homework? Of course, it is very clear that if a student or when a student, that a student or the fact that a student does not do his or her homework, it affects his or her learning negatively. So what does the image say? Must finish homework. Oh, but it did a lot of things. It became tired. Now the cat decided to finish its homework. Okay. Okay, dialogue 4, encouragement. By encourage each other to do something. Encouragement by saying, hope you are doing well, plays an important role on our success. Whose encouragement plays an important role on our success more? Of course, encouragement of parents, and then encouragement of teachers, encouragement of friends, relatives, neighbors. Yes, they all play an important role on our success. For example, I hope you are doing well. Great job. Good job. Okay, these are really motivating expressions. Dialogue 5. Parent-teen issue means conflicts or problems between parents and their teenagers. Which one is rational? To ignore an issue or to discuss an issue? Of course, it is more important to discuss an issue than to ignore it. In fact, to ignore an issue has nothing to do with solutions. If a child has a bad behavior, if a child acts up, such as not doing homework, that situation can be discussed, yes. But of course, according to the techniques, principles, strategies of discussion. Why shouldn't we discuss the personality? For example, we shouldn't discuss the personality of the child. So instead of doing that, we should focus on the problem, on the issue itself. Okay, why shouldn't we discuss the personality and the privacy of the child if he or she doesn't shape up, doesn't improve? Of course, it is the rational way. It is the rational way to discuss the problem itself. Yes. Getting involved in the child development, yes, this is also very, very essential as both parents and grandparents, relatives, okay, as teachers, getting involved in the child development. Instead of giving orders, having a conversation is a good way to deal with an issue. What is a better way to tackle an issue? Of course, doing something together, performing something together, experiencing something together should be a better way to tackle an issue, to rise above an issue, or to deal with an issue successfully. Okay, I think there is a motto here. We can improve the way we talk. Yes, it is also true. We can improve the behaviors of us while having a conversation, but at the same time, we can improve the way we talk, the way we speak. Yes, for example, our purpose is to improve the way we speak English. Basically, our core point, yes, our central point is to improve our English speaking skill. Okay. Now, feedback mechanism, yes, feedback counts again. Feedback matters. Feedback is important. Positive feedback or advice or reaction or respond, yes, respond has a positive effect on motivation. Does positive or negative feedback promote, encourage healthy relations? Of course, especially positive feedback promotes healthy relations, but we can also turn the negative feedback into a positive state, into a positive situation. Experts also say that an individual can easily shape up, improve. Yes, an individual can easily shape up if he or she takes right people as a model, as a role model, as an example. What else can an individual easily shape up? Let's take a look at the example sentence. And an individual can also easily shape up if he or she takes a lesson from every event, from every happening. Now, 10, teenagers can sometimes need to express themselves, for example, by saying, listen to me, hear me. Yeah, listen to me, hear me. How can they consider how can they consider what adults say, especially you have heard that they don't understand me or nobody understands me. So in short, understand me, please. Yes, hear me, please. Listen to me, please. Okay. 11, it's a view that, it's a view that, so it's an opinion that some parents set too many rules for their children, or it's an approach that, it's a perspective that, it's an outlook that some parents set too many rules for their children. It's also another view that some parents do not set any rules for their children. What is the ideal view on this issue? Of course, the harmony between setting too many rules and not setting any rules. The harmony lies between them. Okay. Of course, there should be house rules, school rules, etc. But there should be freedom as well, because, as you know, it is naturally called free will. Yes, free will. Free will determine, will choose, will prefer, and then it will be, that free will be responsible for it. It's important for the elderly, for the old, to get involved in child development. Yes, it is very important, vital, essential. What is important for the young? Of course, it is important for the young to respect or to ask questions to the old, or to wait for a while before speaking, to wait for a while that the old speak first, maybe, that kind of things. Okay. How to get involved with your child development? This is the motto question of the image. How to get involved with your child development? Of course, with scientific, artistic, aesthetic, subjective and objective principles. Yes. And ethical values. The ideal of the old is to be venerated, to be respected as a wise grandparent. What's the ideal of the young in a family? Of course, the ideal of the young is to be understood, to be listened to, and to be heard. Yes. and to be loved. Okay. To be exhibited compassion. Yes. I think it's a matter of coping with family issues by means of universally accepted ways, strategies, and good human qualities. What do you think about family issues? Yes, let's ask this question to ChatGPT. Okay, ChatGPT, how can you answer the question of A? This is the question of A instead of B in this dialogue. Let's see what ChatGPT said. ChatGPT, I agree that addressing family issues often involves applying universally accepted strategies and good human qualities like empathy, communication, and understanding. Family problems can be complex, but with patience and these positive qualities, they can be resolved or at least mitigated, reduced to from healthier family dynamics. Okay. Another question. Okay, ChatGPT, absolutely you are right. I agree with you. Uh, Based on the flow of this dialogue, what question would you ask to see to prolong the discussion? ChatGPT, what are some specific strategies or techniques you find effective in fostering, encouraging, understanding, and cooperation within the family when addressing issues? Okay, these are the these are some, okay, or a few specific strategies. For example, active listening, active listening, careful listening, attentive listening is one of one of the strategies or techniques that surprisingly universally accepted one. Okay, active listening, open and honest communication, quality time together. Yes, having a quality time together is also a specific strategy to find effective, uh, uh, sorry, to be effective in fostering understanding. Yes, I advise you to make a few sentences by using the clues. Okay. Growing up in a democratic family, this is the title. Yes, Dialogue 15. Problems are solved typically in a typical family. Typical means having, including the general meaning of something. Yeah, typical that thing, a typical family. How are problems solved in a democratic family? Of course, problems are solved democratically in a democratic family. So problems are solved in a democratic way, in a democratic atmosphere. Okay, another question and the last, I think this is the last. Okay, yes, it was the last slide and last question to ChatGPT. Okay, parental involvement in teenagers' lives. Yes, title is really important. In the past, three generations used to live together. Was parental involvement in teenagers' lives more or less than at those times? Maybe parental involvement was more, but maybe it was direct, not indirectly, but directly. They used to involve in teenagers' lives directly. But in today's world, I think it is also important. It is also important to get involved in teenagers' lives indirectly. Okay. Or in fact, the balance between them. Okay. How much can a Democrat, this question, B asks, uh, not to C, but to ChatGPT itself. How much can a democratic understanding contribute to parental involvement? Yes, what is your opinion about this? Okay. May we take your comment on this topic? Evet, what do you think about this idea? Okay, ChatGPT says that's a good point. Yeah, what is it? It is that uh, parental involvement uh, parental involvement should be in children's life. Okay, that's a good point. I think a democratic understanding can contribute positively to parental involvement in teenagers' lives. It can foster open communication and mutual respect. Yes, to experience mutual respect. This is really important. To living, the mutual love and respect, allowing parents to better understand their teenagers' perspectives and concerns, leading to more effective guidance and support. This is what we want. This is all. This is what all the parents and teenagers want. Okay. Okay. Thank you for listening to this video. Yes, my potential viewers. I hope to see in the next video with a new topic.